Good evening, Papua New Guinea, and welcome to Catch Play, your sports development program. I'm your host, Godwin, and joining me, as always, is my co-host, Mai Kome. Mai, welcome to the program.
Thank you, Godwin. It's a pleasure to be on the program.
It's good to have you anyway. Now, Catch Play is a weekly sports show featuring a panel discussion on aspects of sports in Papua New Guinea based on several topics and issues related to sports development. Now, the program focuses on how sports can be used as a way of creating positive change, as well as recognizing individuals, groups, organizations, and other significant bodies for their achievements and contribution towards sports development in Papua New Guinea. Now, Catch Play program is also a platform where concerns and issues are discussed, where viewers can both engage and stay up to date on developments taking place throughout the country through sports. Now, talking about sports development, some of our viewers at home wanted to know what Catch Play is all about, and yes, it's all about sports development.
Yes, they pretty much have been following up on Catch Play, and they really wanted to know what we talk about, what they can assist us with different sporting codes that are happening around their area. So we need to tell our viewers that follow us, all about this program is.
Well, our Catch Play program is all about, we're talking about different sporting codes in the country now that we have so many sporting codes, and most of our young people want to get involved in sports. Exactly. And so, if you're watching this from home, Catch Play is all about sports development. It doesn't matter what sporting code that you're coming from. Yes, we do recognize sports development, and this is also recognizing individuals, groups that participate to contribute to sports development in the country.
If they have anything that's happening around the area, especially now that we consider sport is coming up to be one of the key talents in our country, some of the people don't know how to promote their sports, so they really want to know what programs that we run here. So, I mean, if they have stories, we're more than happy to help them and to put it out on Catch Play. And if they want more information, we can always tell them about what sport they want to.
Thank you. Now, the program is not just bringing positive change through sports, but this is also bringing the upskilling of our young talents in the country, as well as bringing change to our communities, but using sports as a tool to bring about change. And sports in Papua New Guinea is something where it's growing, and it's good for the people of Papua New Guinea, because as we're going through sports development, we're going to the same level as other big countries around the world. So sports development basically starts from the very low to come up to where other countries are right now. And that's what we're doing as we're developing, moving forward.
Exactly, from PNG, taking part in domestic competitions up onto international level. So this is what we do on Catch Play. We promote your sport. We talk about developments of up-and-coming athletes. And we try to show the people of Papua New Guinea, share their stories, what you think about them, their performance, their achievements, how far they've come. This is what we talk about at Catch Play.
I think the program is also, if you know someone in your society or in your community that's involved young kids, like for example, Mai's come up with her own program, and that's to do with athletics. And yes, of course, she's doing a great job, and I'm sure other individuals out in your communities are doing the same thing. And that's why we're here to bring the story out to other people, so that we can show them some good examples of what's happening through sports development in the country.
So, keep watching Catch Play. You might be one of the your athletes to your sporting event might be on this program. So we're more than happy to help. Myself and Godwin, we're here to support sports in the country.
So thanks, Mai. So viewers, if you have any sports-related programs, anything, whether it's an individual bringing some activities using sports for the change, or just big events happening in and around your area, do not hesitate to see us here at Garden City at Boroko if you're in Port Moresby, or you can send us an email, and we're always happy to help out, especially when it comes to sports development, because that's what we're here to do. We're here to share stories, to and encourage our young viewers at home, especially the ones who are into sports in the country.
I think further than that, that's what
I think this is also good. The program is good so that individuals sports is one big tool that can bring change into our communities, and that's something we need to, we need to work together to bring this change So that means that any sporting code in the country that has a program that's running, it has already started, that's about to start. We're here to discuss sports development and any issue. This this applies to issues that are happening around sports. So certain issues that you have that you're not unsure of, or you have questions about, you can send us an email. Give us your questions and we're more than happy to answer your questions. And if we can find out some things about how we can answer your question, we'll be more than happy to help you out. Yes, Maya, I think I said a mouthful there. Otherwise, viewers, now you know we're here to help you out. If you have any sports development programs happening in your area, do not hesitate to send us an email. You can always come and visit us here at Boroko Garden City, Level 2. And we're more than happy to help you out because, we're here for you. We're here to pass on stories that can encourage others to do the same thing for the development of sports in Papua New Guinea. Otherwise, that's Catch Play for you. Now you know what we do, so you do not hesitate to see us. We'll take a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. You're watching Catch Play. Now, Eremas Gulf FC has seen better days ahead of their competitions with the inclusion of new talents, and Mike caught up with them at the Bicini training ground, so let's have a look.
Despite a lot of pressure, newcomers Eremas Gulf FC have come a long way to be in the Telecom National Soccer League. The Gulf Province franchise is looking to improve come the next NSL season. Eremas Gulf FC Soccer Club was established, an initiative by former Papua New Guinea captain and striker Stephen Mune. As Gulf Suns, Mune with David Kaipapa and Francis Taichi formed the club last year to be in the Telecom National Soccer League. The three Gulf Suns were part of the Master Soccer game that was played at Old Bicini Oval every Saturdays and Sundays. Eremas Gulf FC is made up of not only players from Gulf Province but from other provinces as well.
Been around former PNG internationals like Postman Koa and John Davani and Joe Isa. We decided to break off from the main group and form a little group on the side, being Gulf Suns. So we came up with that initiative, and that's how up until today FC Gulf is established.
This is just the start of the first year, but the team is looking to improve come the next season. The name Eremas is the original name for the Gulf province town that is now called Kerema. Two Gulf lads, Isaac Billy and Junior Laufer, have made a big step up, now playing in the Telecom National Soccer League for the Eremas Gulf FC. An experience for the pair to be part of a semi-professional soccer league. Isaac Billy, who comes from Umai village, and Junior Laufer from Leicester in the Gulf province, are now experienced in real football, playing in the Telecom National Soccer League for the Eremas Gulf FC. The two boys sprang straight from the village competition in Kerema and have settled in well with the boys in the city. Isaac plays midfield position and Junior plays goalkeeper. They have left families at home for the love of football to play for their home province.
Thank you lo gawana lo gisla team biusam first time so thank you lo mo team ya na bakam kamunjalo NSL na play antem straight lo Kerema town bakam thank you lo gawana lo gisla nu pratima
Na soccer team duta
mi se play lo town competition mama se
mi se play lo anga town competition.
Thank you lo this team.
Yes.
Yep. Thank you lo coach lo club lo Kerema town. No, one place.
No, basantin wagatal boys lo anga tok thank you straight lo support play lo mi play for plamangi kamanta play. I'm sure.
Family.
Yeah. Big play thank you to lo family lo play. Thank you lo support lo play too. Na nam bagam style.
Quite an experience for these two young lads from Gulf. and they are both learning as much as they can to learn different techniques and skills under coach Stephen Mune.
Thanks, Mai. Yes, and that was the Eremas Gulf FC, the new soccer team there. We'll go for a quick break, so don't go anywhere. Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching Catch Play, your sports development program. Now, NRL-PNG kick-started its 2016 Rugby Development Program workshop with the NRL Australian Development Officer Brian Rowe at Holiday Inn. Let's have a look.
NRL Australia conducted an open training session program for the NRL-PNG staff at the Holiday Inn in Port Moresby. The session was led by Games Development Officer Brian Rowe from NRL Australia. NRL-PNG staff were flown into Port Moresby from their respective provinces to attend this workshop, which ran for a week, with the main purpose of the session being to develop rugby league in the country. NRL Australia's Game Development Officer Brian Rowe believes that by educating the NRL-PNG staff, they will be able to deliver rugby league and game development activities within their respective communities.
It's our goal to continue to grow the game in the Pacific, and it's really important that the program we deliver is of the highest excellency and everybody's included in it. The program's designed to teach, it doesn't matter what your skill level, whether you're male, female, we have programs targeted at disability programs as well. So it's for the whole community, and it's really important that we deliver, as I said, at the highest standard.
In accordance with the popular League Beyond Life program, which acts as a tool to support education outcomes, NRL-PNG's leading development officers of this program felt the workshop would help enhance their knowledge on rugby league, which will in turn benefit the participating League Beyond Life students.
Basic program itself, it's not about going and asking the kids or the schools to be part of the team or the code. It's about it's an educational thing as well, where we treat the kids with a bit of football here and there, and at the same time read stories to them. So it's both educational and fun at the same time.
Being a rugby league player herself, another league development officer, Ruta Omenefa, is delighted at the opportunity to adapt to her development program in Goroka. She started off as a driver for the NRL-PNG and is now leading youth towards their first real interaction with rugby league.
It's been pretty fun. As a permanent officer now. So yeah, I've always loved the program. I always helped the NCD crew back before I started with NRL. And yeah, it's always fun every day going to see the kids. I just love being around kids. So we come up with new fun things to bring out to the kids.
Yes, and that was the PNG and Australian Development Rugby League program. Now, Ma, you caught up with them at Holiday Inn. Tell our viewers about it.
Well, this was the first of the 2016 Rugby League Development Program.
Yeah.
It was held at Holiday Inn, and also first time for all the development officers from around four provinces to get together, come to Port Moresby and tell each other what they've gone through, what sessions they really like, how it has helped them as development officers, and to support the little kids at school in learning rugby league, not only rugby league, but also in developing them in education-wise. Yeah. So
just tell our viewers, what else were they, talking about at the discussion or at the press?
They wanted to extend to other provinces as well now to touch base on the development side. They also have the programs for female disabilities, able at school, going in around Port Moresby, plus the outside centres And this program for 2016 is going to be a big program. They kickstart in March. And it will be, I think, almost a year for them to start working on the development of rugby league in the country, especially to do with kids. Yeah.
So just tell us about the Australian Mr. Rowe was there. So what was he talking about mainly during the interview?
Oh, as a development officer, having a lot of experience from NRL Australia, coming up and sharing it with our very own development officers here, he wants them to gain a lot more experience, a lot more skills and techniques, so that they will not be relying on them all the time. So what he came up was to help them and to assist them to broaden their mind in what this program is all about. It's all about development and also helping the kids on and off the field, in school, the reading skills, playing skills, how to tolerate, non-violence and all that on and off the field, at home. So that was the basic message in the workshop that they were running about.
Anyway, that was a good story, Mai, on development about rugby league, especially engaging young kids when it comes to sports.
Well, this year is going to be a big year for them, and we're looking forward to covering more of that for development of rugby league to do with kids.
Yes, and that was the PNG NRL development program that kick-started this year. We'll go for a quick break, and after the break, we join the veteran himself, Mr. Jamuga Stone, who's also the co-founder of Stones Taekwondo here in Port Moresby. Welcome back. Here watching Catch Play. Now joining us here in the studio is Taekwondo veteran Master Jamuga Stones. Master Stones, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much for having me on the program.
Pleasure to have you on the program.
Yes.
Now, just for our viewers, tell us basically, a couple of weeks ago we met up in person and you were telling us about your new club that you've already come up with. Tell us about the structure, especially talking about Taekwondo in the country, about the structure and how it's going.
Well, basically, the jungle gym was created because of the fact that, as you mentioned, that there's a lot of raw talent out in the settlements and also inner metropolitan areas. And I believe jungle gym is in the right direction. We created the gym for a fact there's a lot of young people, talented martial artists or sportsmen that live around June Valley, Chokorara. And so the jungle gym was created. And I'd like to use the same concept to go around the country and create more of these local type of clubs built in the villages or in towns close to where the main centers are.
Now, you have been doing this for at least 41, 42 years. How do you see the development of Taekwondo in the country?
Yes, well, it goes back to 1974. It's a long time back. It's a journey for me. And Taekwondo came about in 1988 when I founded the PNG World Taekwondo Federation in Papua New Guinea under Master Robert Fitton and Grandmaster Chonchuk Suksu. And we were the first ones to create the World Taekwondo Federation, what is today, the people enjoy today in the Olympic Games and also in the Pacific Games. So it's been a long road, but along the road we have lost focus. Taekwondo has been dragged in the mud for far too long, and we want to go straight. And I want to encourage other affiliates and clubs around Papua New Guinea to focus on what they're doing, because I believe the national body has lost focus.
Now, just going back to the selection process for the Rio Olympics, can you tell us about that a little?
I am very disappointed in the instructor in Papua New Guinea myself, so as the other instructors. This selection trial was done very unprofessional. Centers who were supposed to come and take part in the last selection trials in Moresby were actually taking part in a substandard place like the old HPP at 4 Mile, and it was substandard, very hot, and the pilots couldn't fight properly because of the conditions of it was not conducive for competition. And the centers who were supposed to come here, they did not eventually, they never turned up. And it was basically like 2 or 3 clubs doing selections. And I believe, in fair honesty, I think Edward Cashman and Peter Miriam must explain to the fraternity of Taekwondo in Papua New Guinea that this selection is really unfair.
Speaking of that selection, did every coaches and were aware of the selection process? Were you aware of the selection process? Was Mr. Cashman contacted before the selections were done, or?
I was contacted through my NCD, the newly appointed coach, Sam Warre. I was not even invited anyway. But because Taekwondo is my sport and it's my love of all the sports. So I turned up. When I turned up there, I was quite disappointed. There were no selectors there. There was no medical personnel there. And basically, Edward Cashman was supposed to be sitting there, selecting the team, is also running the event as a tournament director. And to me, that is not a proper structure. There were no selectors. So I want to know, I want to challenge the PNG Taekwondo. Who are the selectors that selected the training squad?
Now also, Master Stones, on our earlier discussions a couple of weeks ago, you mentioned to me that some of the athletes that won gold during the Pacific Games are not even on the training squad for the Olympic Games.
Well, let's put it this way. The girl who won the gold medal in the SP Games, and I'm very disgusted and I'm very disappointed. This girl is not on the squad. I want to know, I want Peter Miriam Edward to tell the fraternity and the followers why this girl who fought so bravely and the technique of her fighting skills was so good, better than some of these girls who were selected. And to me, that is a slap in the face for this young girl and for the development of Taekwondo in rural areas, because she came all the way from Mabuka. And I am very disappointed, so as the other instructors, that she has been not even considered to be on the Olympic trials.
Now, Master Stones, you also said that the Rio Olympics, you said that Taekwondo is not ready to attend the Rio Games.
I will boldly tell the nation there and the followers of martial arts in Papua New Guinea, in Taekwondo especially, we are not ready to participate in the Rio Olympic Games. We've been kidding ourselves too much. We've been playing politics, nepotism, and this team is like a family team. We want the nation to know that this is not a truly selected Papua New Guinea team. I want to challenge Peter Miriam and Edward Cashman to come out being honest. As far as I'm concerned, maybe Trisa Tona might have a chance, but Trisa Tona did not perform to expectations in the 2015 Pacific Games. So for the others, I don't want Taekwondo to go as passengers on the plane. I want Taekwondo to go and win. If they can't do that, they might as well stay back and go to the regional titles.
So, Master Stones, is this something that you need to sit down with Edward Cashman and all the other bodies to talk about how Taekwondo itself is going, and then maybe engage PNG Sports Foundation to look through the matter? I
want this one to go to the top. Sports Foundation, Sports Federation, and the Olympic Committee. I want people to call me urgently this month or early this year, February, to call at the AGM, elect a new office bearers, and I want to sit down and really discuss way forward for Taekwondo in Papua New Guinea, because Taekwondo is an Olympic sport. It's a global sport. Right. So we must have that pride in our heart that Taekwondo, because I value Taekwondo so much. I've done martial arts for 41 years, and out of the 41 years, to 30 years I've done Taekwondo. So I don't want Taekwondo to go down the drain. I want Taekwondo to go forward and go beyond.
Master Stones, like any other sporting code, everybody wants to have all sports in order, that making sure that everything is running smoothly. And obviously talking about Taekwondo, like we said, development side, Taekwondo for the future. Do you think that we have a proper future for Taekwondo if we have a structure in place that, like some of other sporting codes that are doing in the country, moving forward?
Taekwondo has a lot of potential in this country. Believe it or not. At the PNG Games, I saw talent. I saw raw talent. I saw people who can go up to the top. But the thing was, there's no structure. We didn't have the national coach there. We didn't have the president there. We had only probably one official there at the PNG Games. And this is where I believe it's all wrong. Taekwondo has the potential to win medals for Papua New Guinea. And if we had done it well, believe me, we would have done very well at the Pacific Games last year. But out of the 33 gold medals or so, or what, disappointingly, we won only 2 gold medals. So as you can see, you were asking me, the structure is not too well. I believe that people have done things individually. I believe the selections were done by one person or 2 persons, just talking among themselves, and they select the team, and that's very bad. I've been with rugby league for many years. To select a team, you need a selection panel. You need a selection chairman. You need a good structure, good sponsorship to take the Taekwondo forward. I am very disappointed that Peter Miri and Edward Kasman have been in this body for the last 15 years. Taekwondo has been dragged far too long.
Master Stones, thank you so much for being on the program tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me on the program.
Thank you. Yes, and there you have it. That was Master Jamuga Stones from Stones Taekwondo. Now that brings us to the end of our program. If you have any sports-related programs that you'd like us to feature, please send us an email to sports@mtv.com.pg and forward your email to Catchplay. Otherwise, you can visit us here at Boroko Garden City Level 2, and we'd be more than happy to help you out. Thanks for watching Catchplay. I'm Godwin Eki.
And I'm Mike Koime.
Good night.
Good night.